Hello and good day, everyone. Welcome to BMG. I hope you're all having a splendid day. All right, let's go. So, today we'll be talking about the Chinese government scholarship, which I believe most of you all know about it, or you've heard about it from someone, your friends, family, and everyone. So, as you all know, that China has many scholarships. So today I'll be discussing about the one that is mostly known, which is called CSC, which is China Government Scholarship or China Scholarship Council. As you all know, is an initiative by the Minister of Education. The CSC scholarship is mostly awarded by the Chinese government to promote the mutual understanding between China and other countries, more especially for cultural exchange, for political benefit, and most importantly, to promote the quality education. So most of the students, they get the full scholarship and study for free or get partial scholarship, where the government takes the majority of the educational expenses. So for the partial scholarship, usually the government will pay half accommodation, and then the student pay the tuition fee. So for those who qualify for the undergraduates or masters, doctoral under the scholarship, they will receive the monthly stipend, the monthly allowance, in addition to the free accommodation and free tuition. So since today we'll be elaborating more onto the CSC, because there are many scholarships. So today I'll be discussing about the CSC. So there are more than 200 universities, if I'm not mistaken, more than 200 universities that are covered under the scholarship and provided by the Chinese government. So under 4 types of scholarship under the government, which the government offers to students under these universities. We have type A, which is a program usually for partial and full scholarship offered for undergraduates, masters, graduates, senior scholars from the countries that they have a general agreement and educational exchange with China. And then we also have another type, which is type B. This one is the program it's a Chinese university program. It can be offered a full scholarship for graduate students who are studying in that particular university, only awarded in Chinese universities or selective provinces. So usually their aim is to recruit outstanding international students, the one whom were excelling in the studies. So this program is offered by these selected universities. You see my description. You follow the description, and then you look. So the student exchange program, the program is also designed for general and senior scholars for maximum period of 12 months. And then the applicant will have to apply with both the Chinese government and foreign partner. So this program is based on the exchange cooperation agreements and between foreign partners and the Chinese. So it's also part of the program that can be offered. So for all those who want to apply for the exchange program under the CSC, they can go for that program. And then to apply, you have to meet the following requirements. There are many requirements that you need to have in order to apply. You must be a citizen of a country that is apart from China, and you must be healthy, both mentally and physical. So you cannot come here if you have any other medical problems. So you have to apply. You have to go for medicals before you apply. And then if you're applying for the program taught in other languages than Chinese, you have to meet the university requirements. So most of the university, they will require maybe IELTS or TOEFL, any other language proficiency academic qualification is required. And then for undergraduate program, you must be below 25. And then if you have excellent high school diploma or any equivalent score, you can apply. For master's program, you must be below 35 years and have excellent bachelor's degree or an equivalent. And then for doctor's program, you must be below 40 years and have excellent and master's degree or an equivalent. And then there is the general scholar. Quite not sure about the general scholar, but mostly you must be below 45 years. And then there's also senior scholar. For senior scholar, you must be below 50 years and have master's degrees or be an associate professor. And then we have the Chinese taught undergraduate program. So for this program, you should have at least passed there is what is called the HSK level 3. So HSK level 3, they believe you can be able to communicate, to have basic conversations in China. So the Chinese taught seniors program, you should have passed HSK 4 in order to apply for the senior program. And then for the Chinese taught postgraduate for masters, you should have passed HSK level 5 if you want to do masters. And then application forms, they must have the required certificates or documents. If you have any incomplete applications, they might get rejected. So you must make sure that your applications is in order. And then the documents that are required, the first one is the transcript. Your transcript, you have to have the highest achievement, and if your transcript is in other languages from Chinese or English, it has to be notarized. You have to provide a notarized copy of the transcript and translated into Chinese or English. And then the second one, graduate certificate notarized by eligible authorities. So you have to go to the immigration in your country. If the candidate is still studying, you must submit the notarized copy or certificate expected of graduation of the university issued. So you have to have that letter that states that you're gonna graduate this year or next year before you can apply for the program you want to apply here. And then copy of your passport, it's important. It has to be scanned and the information page must be submitted also. And then the passport should not expire for the next 2 years. So before you apply, guys, you have to look at your passport first. And then if the passport is going to expire, you must renew it. And if not renewed for certain reasons, then valid documents with details in the passport must be submitted. And then your study plan. This one is important. It's very, very important. Most of the people, they end up failing the interview because the proposal research is not good. So you have to look for someone to help you. And then there is what is called the letter of recommendation. You should find 2 letters of recommendation from your professors or your teachers. And then if you plan to study here for more than 6 months, you must submit the physical examination, which earlier I talked about. So physical examination form if you're gonna stay here for more than 6 months. And then the medical test examination, they have to be completed. And you must carry attending physician's signature along with the hospital seal, because the Chinese government are very strict when it comes to this. So please make sure you follow the rules. And then that form is valid for 6 months. So for the medicals. So after which the tests have to be repeated when you are in China now. And then there is what is called the pre-admission letter from the university. So if the university have already accepted you, so you can provide the pre-admission. And then for those applicants that are applicants under 18, applicants under the age of 18, they must support legal documents to the local guardians or your parents, your sister, any of your guardians. Yeah. So if you are under 18, yeah. So I will suggest you to apply as many scholarships as you can for you to increase your chances of getting the scholarship, because as you know, you're not the only one who is applying. Because the CSC scholarship are awarded to the student with the highest academic qualifications and achievements. Your financial history background, it doesn't imply here. They only go for the highest academic achievement, your grades, whatever. And then the process of applying for every candidate that aspires to, if you want to win the CSC scholarship, you have to follow this follow the process to increase the chances. So make sure before you apply, you identify and learn about that university you want to apply, that various affiliated university offered. You have to go through the university website, get to know about the program that you want to apply for. Go through the university website and try to understand about the culture of that university, and then identify the scholarship that you believe it suits you. Since you are applying, let's say now you are applying for CSC, so look at the terms and conditions, the program, everything, and the interest, and then fill in and submit the application for the CSC scholarship. I will provide below on the description, I will provide the website for CSC. For you to qualify, you have to have an impressive application and ensure that you have a strong application. Make sure that when you go through these various universities, most of the various universities, they require someone who's very, very excellent. So you need to prepare yourself before you do the application. You can even ask your relatives or even agent, they can help you. You can go for agent, which most of the time I don't advise people to go for agent, because you never know if the person is a genuine or not. So if you know Chinese, this can be an advantage if you study Chinese. Let's say you study Chinese back home, although it's not compulsory to know Chinese, because you can. There's an option for learning in English. So if you did Chinese in your country, I'll advise you to apply, because that on its own is an advantage, which I know like most of the people they don't learn Chinese back home. But I will advise you to prepare now, try to learn Chinese. And early application also, it can help, though there is the deadline. So try to apply to submit as early as possible, because when you submit as early as possible, what they do, they go through your application, they can help you and then respond you and send you back and respond you. So if you are applying to both universities and embassy, because for the CSC, usually they advertise in the embassies in your countries, so you have to let them know like that you are applying for that the scholarship, the CSC scholarship, and then you submit the form at the embassy. And then sometimes you can apply just directly online, and then you don't have to go through the embassy. But it depends with the scholarship, and then the whole process can take more than the anticipated time. So for some the scholarship can be awarded right away. It depends. And then for some embassies and the university, they might take little extra time to verify and process everything. That's why I was saying you need to communicate with the embassy if you are applying through the embassy. And then you shouldn't lose hope, guys, because just because a friend of yours or someone who applied before has been awarded the scholarship, it doesn't mean that you won't get the scholarship. So you still have chance. You can apply every year the Chinese government scholarship. They always post the scholarship. They always release the scholarship. So usually I would say between January, February, March, that is the time the Chinese government scholarship, they release a scholarship. So between those months, you can prepare and then you apply. And then for interview, if you are applying through the embassy, usually the interview is around June. And then the intake in China is September. So but there are 2 intakes in a year. There is the one for March and then there is for September. So for CSC scholarship, the intake is September. So that means try to apply early. So if you're gonna apply direct with the university, try to apply maybe December or November, towards end of the year, so that if they respond to you early, then we have the chance to prepare for the tickets and everything, the interview, and you can even go for help, ask your relatives to assist you, especially for those who are back home when they are applying. So if you have someone who can help you, just please do so. Ask for help, so that by the time you go for the interview, you are prepared and then you're gonna nail it. I promise you. And then one more thing, since because now there is COVID, it's not easy for people to apply for the scholarship, and I believe it is because now most of the classes are offered in it's online classes. So that means if you are to be awarded the scholarship, that means you're gonna study back home. You'll be studying from home. Yeah. So you have to prepare. You have to know that before you apply. So that means if you are to apply, make sure that the program that you want to apply for, try to check if the program is theory or is practical. Because if your program is practical, that means you might have to freeze your scholarship. If you are awarded the scholarship, then you must be forced to freeze it, because no one since the COVID began till now, the Minister of Education in China, they haven't posted anything, they haven't talked about it. So that means you'll be taking online classes, which I believe to some people it's really troublesome. Not only some people, almost every student, because and in terms of the culture, if you come here, you get the exposure to learn different culture, to get to interact with the Chinese, and it becomes easy for you to even learn the language better for those who are doing the Chinese program. So I'll advise you to be adhere to this the process. Go through the process, try to understand it, and then I believe you'll be awarded. And then I would say the CSC scholarship is lucrative. It's the wonderful scholarship that if you have it, I'm telling you, you're gonna be amazed. You'll be happy, because they cover almost everything. Like when I say everything, I mean your tuition, accommodation, even the insurance as well. Because I know the insurance, most of the time people they complain about the insurance, so they cover the insurance. So that means you don't have to worry about those things. And living here, it might be like, if you are someone maybe who's coming from third world country, I would say maybe the first 6 months, because it takes 6 months for someone to adapt to that country. to adapt to the lifestyle. So I would say most of the people I know, like from African countries, and Pacific, most of them it took them, I think, 6 months to a year to adapt to the lifestyle here. So I believe it's easy, because, and the good thing is, like, China now it's most of the big cities, they are more cosmopolitan, so that means it's easy for you to interact with even the locals now. They can even understand the languages, like they can speak English and even other languages like Spanish, because I know in most of the big cities, most of the people, they do speak English, but it's rare, like, for maybe old people, because I know for old people they don't really speak English, but it depends. You can meet maybe people that do speak English. So I'll say you will adapt to the culture. So yeah, I believe you guys, you will apply, and I wish you all the best. And I'm willing to, for now, since I'll still be sharing with you guys the information about the scholarships. For now, if anyone who needs any help or who wants to know more about the scholarships and how to apply and everything, you can just send me a message, and then right below, and then I will comment, and then we'll see what to do. For now, I would say the scholarship is closed. The deadline has passed. So for those who wants to apply for 2022-2023 intake, you can prepare now. The earlier the better. So thank you so much, guys.